before we talk about anything, I want to wish my big guy a happy birthday. He's a Christmas baby. He's one of the greatest Christmas gifts I've ever received. So I want to say happy birthday to my guy, Thomas Sorber, right? And Merry Christmas to all of you. That was like a typical Big East backyard brawl, right? Great game. We knew we were playing against a team who had lost a couple of buzzer beaters. Very physical. They did what they do, and they do it really well. They turn you over. Very, very physical defensively, offensive rebounding. They kicked our ass on the glass, right? And that'll be something that we will address. I think the injuries really hurt us, in particular late, right? We had lineups out there I've never seen even in practice, so it's a testament to our players that when their number was called, they were able to deliver, and we got the stop we needed to at the end. It wasn't pretty, but I'm very proud of our guys. As you know, anytime you could win on the road, it's a blessing. It's a blessing to win on the road, especially in this league. So both teams are growing, both teams are developing. I'm just happy that we were able to get out of here with a win, and really excited for our players, our team, and where we're trying to build with our organization. Right, we've come a long way, and we have a long way to go. But anytime you're playing in this league, you know, if you can steal one, you get out of there quick before they take it back.
Start with questions right here, then we'll go to Zagoria and Mike Craig.
Would you say that, congratulations on the win, Coach.
Appreciate you.
Would you say that Coach Holloway's press in the second half really threw you guys off a little bit? It seems to struggle with that.
We definitely did. Their players did a great job, right? I mean, they got some energy on a couple of energy baskets, and that fed into their defensive energy. We had some guys, we had a lot of young pups out there that peed down their leg a couple of times. And then, you know, you get one turnover, turns into two, turns into three, that turns into offensive rebounds. Right? Those are all energy things, and their pressure definitely bothered us, as is, like you see, we had 19 turnovers. I think that's the most we've had this year.
Thomas, happy birthday, man. Appreciate it. Is today your actual birthday?
Nah, 25th, you wasn't listening to that. You said Christmas Day.
What's it like coming home? How many family and friends did you have here? And then I got another question after that.
It felt great coming home. It was more people than I expected, like, to come to the game. Cause
How many total would you say?
I had 12 at first that I knew that was coming to the game. Probably ended up being like 27. So a lot of people ended up showing up. So appreciate all of them.
It seems like you like that 15-foot face-up jumper. What else are you trying to work on to kind of expand the game?
I'm still working on that, and I'm also trying to work on my outside range as well. But you know, I'm trying to work on anything to like make my game like expand.
Coach Mike Gray, Hoyer Report. Second straight game in a row where late in the second half you had an offensive slump, but the defense was able to hold it down for you. What did you think about that for this game, and also just how the defense was able to continue to hold off the offensive slumps throughout the game?
The defense is carrying us with Malik Mack out, nursing, his injury. We've had to try to adjust with PV on the ball, with Epps on the ball. Then Epps goes down, PV fouls out. I mean, it was going to look very disoriented based on guys are not comfortable in those positions. We don't play Curtis Williams at the point. We don't play, Caleb at the point, and it really, really hurt us. But I think our defense has definitely carried us the last two games, for sure. Our intensity, our length. I thought we met the challenge a little physically, but again, don't forget, we have the youngest team in the Big East.
Right.
We have the fourth youngest team in all of college basketball. Right. So it's a credit to our young babies who are growing up really, really fast.
Yes, sir.
Let's go over to Jerry Carino, back to Adam.
You've been a mentor to Shaw. What would you say to him as he's going through probably his first really tough season as a head coach and the challenges he's facing program building?
I appreciate you asking that question because, again, it's very difficult when you're going through these rebuilding or, restructuring, and you're not used to it. I would tell him, trust what he's doing. Obviously, you're right there. I mean, this has got to be the third or fourth game he's lost at the buzzer. So if you win 1, 2, or even 3 of those, we're not even having the same conversation. So continue to trust in what you're doing, because it's demoralizing. It's demoralizing, and everybody's like, well, he should have did this, he should have did that. That's why you guys are sitting over there, and that's why we sit in the seat we sit in. Until you can sit in that seat, I would never tell somebody how to write an article, because that's just not what I do. Do what you do, man. He's a great coach, one of the youngest, brightest coaches in the business, and obviously one of the sharpest ones in the Big East.
And what do you see from Isaiah Coleman? It seems to be more and more his team. He's scored 20 plus 4 times. And seems like they're sort of lacking a point guard play. What do you see from that point guard situation?
I mean, I can't coach somebody else's team. I just know he's a really good player. I mean, he can score it off the bounce. He can shoot threes. He's physical. He can defend. He can get out in transition. He's a really, really good player, you know, and, you know, I'm pretty sure somebody will step up. It's early enough in Big East play. You know, we'll go home for a couple of days for Christmas, then get back. You know, I mean, Coach Holloway do a great job putting his guys in position, and he had them in position. You know, it was down 11, down 12, whatever it was. Put them right there with the ball to win the game. Again, 3 or 4 games at the buzzer. 3 or 4 games at the buzzer. Those can go anyway. Those can go anyway, and now we're having a totally different conversation.
Let's go to the front row right here and then follow with Mike Gray.
Coach, last week at Syracuse, you said it was the biggest win you'd had at Georgetown so far, and now a week later, 2 more wins. How important of a 9-day stretch is this for you building this program?
I think it's very important, and up to that point, well, first of all, any win is the best win of your career, right? You know, at that point in time, obviously with the rivalry with Syracuse on the road, given the season we came off of, it was a big win. But when you get into Big East play, you don't even think of non-conference. When you play in this league, it's a monster, right? It's a monster. You go on the road, right? It's 15 below 0 outside, 17 below 0 inside. You know, the ball didn't bounce well because it was kind of numb. The ball was numb. It was so damn cold in here, right? But any win's a good win, especially in league play, in particular on the road.
Let's get Mike Gray and then we'll get the second row.
Thomas, there was a lot of physicality inside. You know, Seton Hall threw a lot of bigs at you, but you seem to respond within these games. Just talk to me about how the physicality, not only within the game, but how you responded throughout the game.
Well, my coaches always tell me to not mind the physicality. You know, they tell me before the game that they're going to be physical with me because they know who I am. So I just try to keep my head in the game. You know, listen to my teammates and just continue to keep playing my game. You know, don't mind the physicality.
I love the fact that he said they know who I am. That's a young man growing up right there. I love the fact that you said that because you believe in yourself.
Yeah.
And if you don't believe in yourself, that's where you fail, and you believe in yourself. And not that this is anything, but that I was so proud to hear him say that because that's confidence growing more and more. And the best is yet to come out of this guy. The best is way yet to come.
No doubt.
Okay, go to the second row.
Coach, for the final possession, what would you tell your team in the huddle? What was the kind of game plan that you wanted to execute on the defensive end in that last possession?
Say a Jesuit prayer, right? We kind of knew there was one of 2 options, right? Wasu, Coleman, and maybe Jenkins. Okay, the process of elimination, who's going to get the ball, right? So, you know, we tried to put a longer defender, and we tried to deny Coleman the ball. We thought he would get it, and then Wasu had the ball. The clock was running. So we just said, stay under cutters, make sure we rebound the first miss because they had 16, I think, offensive rebounds in the second half. You know what I'm saying? Again, end of the game, you just got to get lucky. We were just fortunate to win. You know what I mean? They didn't get a shot attempt, which I'm great about. When it's a 1-possession game under 10 seconds and you only up 1, anything could happen, and we were just fortunate that the ball bounced our way.
Right here.
It looked like you guys were consistently being physical, even though they were kind of switching up that big man look, like they started with a core 4 and then they went to Yeldon a little bit in the second half. How did you guys kind of continue to stay physical and then not like drift off the game plan or shy away from Sorber?
Our brand of basketball is physicality. If you're not physical or tough, you're not coming to Georgetown. It's really that simple. It's a non-negotiable thing when you're playing for us. Be unselfish, be disciplined, be committed, have incredible gratitude and appreciation. And if you're soft, you ain't gonna last long in this culture. You won't. You just won't last. You're just gonna be melted out, right? And I'll be happy to get rid of you.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Appreciate you, Coach.
Merry Christmas.